Good. Good morning. I'm a couple of minutes earlier today. So if you're watching in recording, you're welcome to fast forward 2-3 minutes to the beginning of the practice or stay with us through our hellos. Good morning, Hannah. Ari is here saying hi to you. Good morning, Yanni. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, Jean. Good morning, Mary. All right, it is time for us to start. Today we will complete our exploration of the loyalty guideline by looking on how loyalty is different from obligation, from duty, especially as it concerns our embodiment of the two qualities, the way we do loyalty in our body versus the way we do obligation in our body. I want to remind you that knowing how you do different emotions in your body will help you easier connect with your emotional states. Take a necessary pause before a knee-jerk reaction and choose a skillful response to any situation you happen to be in. So let's talk a little bit about the difference between being loyal to someone or something versus feeling that you're obligated to behave in a certain way because it's the quote-unquote moral right thing to do. Of course, there is a lot of societal conditioning behind obligation, and the dictionary defines it as something that is required to do because you are legally or morally bound to do whatever it is. In contrast, loyalty is defined as a strong feeling of support or allegiance. Acting out of obligation and acting out of loyalty may look exactly the same as expressed into the world, but they have very, very different emotional connotations, don't you think? So let me explain. A recent situation with my dear friend Nelda highlighted the difference between loyalty and obligation for me in a very, very bright way. As many of you know, she had a heart attack followed by a complicated surgery, followed by a few hard days in the ICU. Thank God, now she's back home on the right path to recovery, so things are good. Now, I spent a lot of time with her in the hospital, even when she wasn't responsive. And I spent a lot of time with her cats at her house because somehow it felt necessary for me to create this presence for those cats, not only feeding them and leaving. And I could do it all out of obligation because, well, it's the right thing to do, it's moral, it's what's expected of a good friend, right? Or I could do it out of loyalty because I genuinely care about her and have a great affinity toward her. On the outside, it would look exactly the same. And only I know whether I was acting out of obligation or loyalty. In this case, I definitely acted out of loyalty. And how do I know that? Because there was absolutely no resentment behind having to change my life around what happened. There was no moment when I thought, oh shit, this is such a burden. I wish somebody else could do this instead of me. There was genuine care and love behind all of my actions. When we act out of obligation, on the other hand, we often feel resentful toward the object of our actions and toward ourselves for getting sucked into whatever it is we're doing. And of course, there is everything in between, right? A lot of times, obligation has some sense of loyalty behind it, and loyalty has some sense of obligation. But let's try to reflect on the pure qualities. And as we do this, let's dive into exploring the embodiment of pure loyalty versus pure obligation. Take a comfortable position, and as always, take a few moments to settle in. Notice all the circumstances of your practice today. You can start with the external circumstances, observing the sounds and sensations immediately around you. And then little by little, zoom in on your inner world. What is happening right now for you? Physically, emotionally, mentally. Scan your body with each exhale, leaning a little bit more into the support of the ground, trusting the support a little more, allowing yourself to stop holding yourself up and know that the ground will hold you, will do this job for you. Treat each inhale as an opportunity to take in new energy, whatever it is, whatever you need. And allow each breath cycle, inhale and exhale, be a chance to dissolve the boundary between the inner and outer, reminding yourself of the interconnectedness of everything there is. Your breath, soft and easy, don't control it. Just let it flow exactly the way it wants to. Simply notice what happens as you inhale, what happens as you exhale. choose a primary anchor for your practice. It can be your breath or any sensation in your body that is easy for you to come back to every time you notice that you are not here, that your mind has wandered. And I'll remind you that this is the point of meditation, to notice when you are not here and bring yourself back to center over and over again, even if it happens 1,000 times in the course of 5 minutes. Now close your eyes if they are not closed already, and bring to mind a situation in which you behaved like a good friend would, whatever that means to you. Breathing easily and at the same time scanning your body, ask yourself, did I do all these things out of true loyalty to my friend, or out of some obligation, out of the sense that I have to? When I was doing these things for my friend, did I care about what other people might think of me if I didn't provide the help needed? Did I feel any resentment toward my friend or myself in this situation? Remember to be gentle with yourself, whatever you find out, even if it's unpleasant, even if you don't like it, it's totally okay. The more you know about the motivations behind your actions, the easier it will be for you to set yourself free in all possible senses. Whether you discover that you were acting in this situation out of loyalty or out of obligation, notice how it feels in your body. Where exactly do you feel it? What is the quality of these sensations? Remember, it's not about what you think, it's not about thoughts, just physical sensations, embodiment. And now, if you'd like to explore a situation where you acted toward a friend or a group of friends in a very similar way from the outside perspective, but it felt completely different. How was it different? What are you feeling in your body right now? And once again, remember, it's not about thoughts, but about the actual physical sensations. As you go through your day today, I invite you to explore the difference you feel in your body when you act out of loyalty and when you act out of obligation. No judgment, no blame, no guilt. Just have fun with it. It should be an interesting experiment. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow.